Hi everyone, welcome to StunnerShare. So, in this video, what we are going to see is like it is going to be a very short video. I think I'm not sure. So, the comments which was posted for gap up and gap down trading strategy video. So, what all the comments which I have received, I will be trying to explain all those things in this video. So, if at all anyone has any doubts, do comment in the videos so that I have planned to make videos or do explanation for that if it is really content which needs to be explained in the in plain as in a video. So coming to the Ruben Badugu, sir, in power grid, according to CPR videos, it is overlapping lower value CPR. So mostly we have to get rejection at CPR, but it did not. Why? So let me tell you something. See, CPR. Okay, do not assume or do not keep in your mind like CPR is going to be a zone of reversal. CPR is also a horizontal support or a horizontal resistance or any support or resistance. CPR is nothing but a zone which has some impact on it. So zone which will tell you to understand how the movement can be, zone which can tell you how the day can be. So it is just a CPR zone which is calculated based on the previous day's high, low, and close. So you need to treat CPR as a zone of support or zone of resistance. So what has happened here is like the candles opened down. Clear, the candles open gap down. So this is power grid, which is the example which he has asked, and it is 19th, which is yesterday. So the candles open gap down. The CPR, if you guys could see, it is an overlapping lower value CPR. So as per overlapping lower value CPR, the the bias is moderately bearish. Clear. So the candles opened gap down. So that also confirmed that the moderately bearishness is accepted. So what now you can do is like if suppose the candle further moves down, then you can go for a selling opportunity, or if it is showing any resistance or rejection at the CPR zone, then you can go for a selling opportunity. That means any pullback towards CPR is going to be a selling opportunity. So now what has happened is like after a gap down, the candle started moving towards CPR. Till this zone, till this six candles did not show any rejection, did not show any red candle at all. So what happened next is like come the candle after closing above the CPR gave a doji. So this is where the retailers gets trapped or the novice traders gets trapped. After seeing this doji, what they will do is like, okay, I waited for a pullback to short. Now this stock is coming towards CPR and at last formed a doji. Now let me short it. But you should not do it. You should only short it if you are able to get a follow-up candle, and also you need to get a close below this CPR zone. Unless and until this close below the CPR is happening, it is better to avoid the trade. Why? Because this zone can act as a support or resistance. At the same time, that zone can make the candle to remain range bound entire day. So you need to be very cautious at the CPR zone. So once after facing the rejection at here, wait for a follow-up candle and also ensure there is a close below this CPR zone so that they can go for a shorting opportunity. Clear? I hope I have explained the content for power grid, Ruben. So what I would say is like even though it is a lower value or a higher value, even though it is moving towards the CPR, do not assume only that it is going to be a pullback. It can also break the CPR and fly further. So always wait for the price action, apply price action with CPR so that you will be able to manage some trades. So Barbie, which she has not commented for the gap up video, but she has commented for the book reading video. What I would say to you is like please share link of usage in the video relations of 2 days pivot points with example separate video if you made. Okay, so what I would say is like 2 days pivot points examples you can see it in everyday chart. So today if you guys see I have explained an overlapping lower value, and you can see an higher value, and Nifty is also there where an lower value is there. So you can always check the current day chart and understand how it is actually performing. So now, and one more dot, if you want to apply CPR rules means always we have to sit in front of system only, Nasser, and is there any other possible way? So one thing what I would say is like it is a valid question. See, if you are going to trade intraday, sorry guys, if you're going to trade intraday and with the CPR as a concept, so what basically you have to do is like, if you are also doing if you're doing it as a part-time intraday, then I would prefer uh, not to go for intraday with respect to CPR, rather than shift it to weekly CPR and go for trade wherein like you can hold it for 2 to 3 days. Fine, let me tell you. So I'm activating weekly zones and then I'll convert it to 30. Why 30 is like to make it bit shrink. Otherwise 15 will be very, very, the chart size will be very, very big. So now if you guys see over here, so what has happened is like the pivots are like weekly pivots are like higher value. So higher value. So any pullback is going to be a buying opportunity. So what has happened is like it is a 4 day week. So the candle opened above the CPR. So any pullback is going to be a buying opportunity. So whenever you find a pullback, you can go for a buying opportunity. And ultimately, when this candle broke, what happened is like the bias was accepted in the initial 2 days, but the third day gave a bleed, gave a gap down below the CPR. But luckily, what has happened is like it took a support at the previous week low and started moving further upside. Clear. So any pullback is going to be a buying opportunity in the case of any stock if it is a higher value CPR. So at the same time, see over here, this CPR, weekly CPR and this weekly CPR is nothing but a higher value CPR. So what happens is like any pullback is going to be a buying opportunity. So what exactly happened is like avoid these trades. See, it went a gap up and you will be confused what is going to happen and all those things avoid. So you need to wait cautiously and see when the candles are going to come near the CPR zone. So finally, today at 11:15, it came near the CPR zone. So this CPR zone, if next candle is also a follow-up candle and this candle is also good, then you would have taken an entry over above this candle. So 12,790,795, if you have taken an entry, the high made for today is 12,892. Nearly 100 points move has been seen. So if you are a part-time trader or if you are using CPR and you are not able to see the charts continuously, what I request you is like go for a weekly CPR or a monthly CPR, and you can also trade in a higher time frame and you can hold a stock for 2 to 3 days. Or even if you're going for monthly CPR, you can hold a stock for more than a week. But disclaimer, the risk involved in all these trades will be very, very high because you're going to hold the trade for more than a day, more than an hour. In the case of intraday, it depends on your 1% or the trailing SL or the 9 EMA. So all these things are there. So try do some paper trading or do some trading with less number of quantities and try and see how the market is behaving in a live market. So then only you will be able to understand what actually the emotion comes into play. So I hope I have explained as much as video possible. So if you feel the content is good, kindly give a like. And if you guys have any other questions, do let me know in the comment question. If the comment is a valid comment and a valuable comment, if it has to be explained in a video, I will for sure make a video for that. And thanks guys, good night.